My name is Bill Wilkins, and I'm 72 years old.
What do you make of that voice?
Sounds confused. Is he senile?
The voice on this tape is coming from an 11-year-old girl.
Well, in 2013, The Conjuring became one of the biggest horror movie hits of all time. In fact, second only to 1973's classic The Exorcist. Well, inevitably, that would spawn a sequel, and that's what we now have with The Conjuring 2. Now, I think a lot of these movies are so predictable in the horror thing. You know, they heighten the sound. Someone's always being possessed. Weird things are rolling around these houses. That's what happened in The Conjuring. I wasn't overly impressed by that movie. I was shocked to find how much I really liked The Conjuring 2. Director James Wan is a master of this form, and he is not content to do a paint-by-numbers thing this time. This movie has some genuine scares that had me literally on the edge of my seat, and I was quite surprised because I can see the strings and all the bones of these kinds of movies, which generally play to the base of their audience's expectations. This one is a step above. It's also quite a long movie. It's well over 2 hours, and I thought I'd get tired of it after a while, but I didn't. It's a riveting true story, or is it? At the time, this story was also called a hoax, so people had their own opinions. It continues the story of Ed and Lorraine Warren. They are paranormal investigators. They existed, definitely. All their cases are based on fact. The first Conjuring was about the Amityville haunting, the haunting of the house in Amityville, where all kinds of things went crazy. This one goes to Enfield, England, where another paranormal occurrence has been reported. A little girl is basically possessed. This one has more in common, I think, with The Exorcist, and that includes ingenuine scares here.
Janet, are you all right?
Stop calling me Janet.
Vera Farmiga is back as Lorraine Warren. She's very reluctant to get involved and go to London to try to figure out what's going on in this house. Her husband, Ed, says they have a duty to do this and to help people in this kind of situation. So Ed, played by Patrick Wilson, they do travel there to the north of London to try to help out. But what they find is not exactly what they expected, and there are suspicions that this may be all staged by the young girl, played here beautifully by Madison Wolfe, that she may be pulling off a hoax. Is it? We don't know. Her mother is also very well played by Frances O'Connor, and I think the English setting here gives the story a little more gravitas.
I don't want to hear another word. Now get back to bed, the lot of you!
Certainly there are all the traditional thrills in this genre, stuff moving around, creepy people, ghost-like images coming up, lots of heavy noise cues. But James Wan, as the director, really knows how to control things and make it work. I was really impressed by what I saw in The Conjuring 2, and I think you will be too. It is a sequel, unusual, that is certainly worthwhile. It'll give you the frights. I say, if you're a horror fan, go.